Well, you guys like the Charizard list, so today let's go into a fan favorite for the Pokemon TCG. Let's look at some singles that I'm checking out right now for Pikachu. That's right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some Pikachu cards that I feel are a little bit undervalued or are starting to make a break in the positive direction as we come into 2022. So if you're new here, guys, hit that subscribe down below, hit that notify, and as always, hit that like button, guys. It really helps us out. It'd be fantastic for you to hit that before you leave. It really helps us out and keeps us moving along. But today, we're just going to go over a fan favorite all the way from the beginning, since 1996 in Japan, since 1999 here in the United States, if you want to get technical, October of 1998. But he has been a fan favorite all along, our little yellow buddy with the release of Pokemon Yellow, Pikachu. So, I'm going to go through some of the cards, and most of these will be either first edition or some highlight cards that I feel are just not quite valued where they should be, or have been on a downslide with this market correction. And some great opportunities, and I will put in the heavy hitter, something that is really gone down quite a bit, something to look at. Absolutely a great opportunity to pick up too if you're looking at some first edition base sets. So, first one I'm going to pull up here is the Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. This is a first edition card from Gym Challenge. This is the first one on the list. It is 84 of 132. It is a common card, and the price range right now is between $8 and $10. This has been trending upwards. This has been a nice little pickup if you're trying to get into some of these vintage cards. In that first edition, this card is slowly moving its way up the ranks. It was up a little bit higher before, around that $10 range. 11 to 12, kind of slipped down here with the market, and is now making a climb back up. Once again, love the artwork. There's two of the Lieutenant Surge's Pikachus, of course. There's the other one that I do not... I went back and forth, and this one just looks a little bit better to me. Personally, I think the artwork on this one's better than the first one. So this one is from, of course, Gym Challenge instead of Gym Heroes. So definitely check this one out, guys, if you're looking for a Pikachu for your edition. Of course, if you can get at this price, you can get a few of them, really get them graded. Be really great to try and get that PSA 10 if you can, and have that in your collection for the future. Next one that I've pulled up here is Pikachu First Edition again from Neo Genesis. Now this card, I remember as a kid in high school pulling this card out of the Neo Genesis sets. This card has always stuck out. It is an awesome artwork. The illustration is beautiful on this card. This one is 70 of 111. Again, a common card, and the price range is between $11 and $13. The low price on this one that I've seen in the last 3 weeks is about $10.25, and it is trending down right now. So a great opportunity to watch this card, guys. I don't think it's going to go much lower. I think it's going to flatten out here. The trend is kind of slowing anyways in a downward curve, but definitely one of those cards, a great opportunity again to get into vintage for a relatively low price. You could buy several of these and pick the best ones out, get them, do a little bit of conditioning, clean them up, and definitely get them out for grading. Great opportunity to get a nice graded card from this Neo Genesis era in the first edition. Can't go wrong, going to look great in your collection and going to look good in anybody's Pikachu collection. Next card that I have coming up is going to be another Pikachu First Edition, and we're going to go back to Jungle. That's right, the Jungle First Edition card is going to be my third pick for these Pikachu cards. Now, Jungle art is completely different than the base set art, and that's okay. This artwork looks fantastic. It's another one of those that takes you all the way back to the OGs. Great for a Pikachu vintage collection, even for a regular collection. This card graded is looking fantastic. Price on this one is between $11 and $13, and it's been trending. The lowest price in the last 3 weeks has been $10.50. It has begun trending up again. Another one of those that you jump in now and get a good value on this. This card's just going to continue to go up. Some of these vintage cards, especially these common cards such as Pikachu and that, are going to continue to trend in the up and up, just because more of us are getting in the, us OGs now that this market's kind of dropped and become suitable again to be able to purchase some of these. Like myself, we're going to start looking at purchasing these cards again. These first edition vintage cards are excellent additions for our collections, and definitely something that we want to get. It's just the affordability in the last 2 years has just been crazy and not reasonable. Even myself, looking at old vintage cards, they were just too far out. You just couldn't do it. So now I'm going to throw in my heavy hitter. That's right, we're going to throw in a base set first edition Pikachu heavy hitter, but definitely go with the red cheeks. Now the reason that I pull this out is because it actually had been staying pretty stable on price for the last 3 years. It really didn't move. And then if you look at the graph that I'm going to put here, it dropped. It took a drop here recently, and it's continued to stay right down there. So it's flatlined again, but it's got a good section of growth that if it goes back to where it was post 2020, go back to 2019, 18, 19, 20, and 21, all the way up until recently, this card has got a little bit of value built into it right away that it will come back. It's a little bit underrated right now. Once again, people are staying away from the word common, but common and first edition are still great cards to have in your collection. So this was my heavy hitter. Price range, you're looking at between 110 and 130 on this card right now on the market. The lowest sale I found in the last 3 weeks has been at that 110 line. And it's a great deal, guys. I mean, this thing will go right back up to that 150, 170 range in short time just because of the fact that it's a Red Cheeks Pikachu vintage card. And the rarity is very high. It's a common card in base set, but the Red Cheeks was only in the first edition. So a great opportunity to jump in on that and have the rarity of that Red Cheeks Pikachu in the first edition set. Next card I'm going to put on here is going to bring us all the way up to the modern set. We're looking at the Pikachu, and this is SWSH020. That's right, this is a promo card. But I love this promo card because it takes Pikachu, the OG starter from Pokemon Yellow, and throws them with the Sword and Shield starters. Sword and Shield era starters with the OG starter of Pikachu. Great combination card. Looks beautiful. It's going to be great for someone that's an OG collector to see them with 3 starters from this set. And it fits with the new Sword and Shield starter sets for the modern generation when they start looking at these cards. So definitely a beautiful artwork. This card ranges between $34 and $36 currently on the open market. Lowest sale in the last couple weeks has been $33.10. Once again, not a bad pickup. Definitely something to be watching. And all these cards, guys, look at the lightly played. If you find a person that's selling in that lightly played market, it sometimes is a lot lower. But if you can find a high numbered salesperson, such as someone with 20, 50,000 sales, they put them in the lightly played section, and TCG Player especially, because they don't want to get caught with a bad rating. If they get it and in shipping or in the stocking or whatever happened, it gets a mark, it gets a ding, it gets a scratch, a small little blemish on the top, someone's going to hit them with a low rating because it wasn't near mint. So how do they prevent that? Lightly played tag on it, they send it to you, it's actually near mint. Great opportunity to get it at a little bit lower price because it's at that they put it down as lightly played, but you'll still have the opportunity to get a really decent card at a little bit lower rate just because of them trying to keep their rating. So, coming into the home stretch, and this is the final one, and this card, guys, I love this card. You know, being an OG person and seeing this card is just reminiscent of playing the game, watching the anime, and just bringing that all home into one big package. And yes, it came from the biggest set prior to Fusion Strike. So let's look at Pikachu. This is 241 of 236. This is a rarity of a secret rare in Cosmic Eclipse. Like I said, the artwork on this is absolutely reminiscent of the relationship between Red and his Pikachu. Brings you back to the anime with Ash and his Pikachu, all the way through Game Boy, all the way through all of your OG people. It's a beautiful artwork. Awesome to have on your shelf. It looked really fantastic in any collection. Price range is between $39 and $41, if I didn't say that. And the lowest sale in the last 3 weeks has been about $38. This card has been kind of up and down, but if you actually look at the overall, it's staying pretty flat currently. It's just individual sales seem to be making it jump back and forth. But definitely another beautiful Pikachu to be putting into your collection. Be nice to have this as a graded card or just the individual card. If you could put in one of them little magnetic clips or anything like that, just to protect it. It'd be great to have on your shelf and in your Pikachu collection. And OG fans are definitely going to be looking at this card, especially as we move further in the future and as it gets out there more. Haven't seen much of this card for people talking about it, but I believe that this is really an underrated secret rare from that Cosmic Eclipse era. So as things get moving and things get going again, definitely want to have this card in your arsenal. It'd be fantastic to have. So once again, guys, these are what I would call my underrated or currently moving up cards that we have in the Pikachu area. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about these cards? Are these cards you think would fit those agendas? Is it something that you would like to see in your collection? Are these some OG and some modern cards that would look fantastic? If you do like that, please tell me so. Also, if you're new here, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and of course, guys, hit that like. We can get 40 of them. You guys have been hitting that fantastic. Been helping us out a lot. We've been moving quick. With that being said, check out these 2 videos over here if you do like this content, and we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.